Welcome back to TexAgs. I'm Billy Lucci. He needs no introduction. Conner Weigman, 15. How you doing, buddy? This is the first time you've come in walking.
Yes, sir.
It's a big. I was excited to see you coming through the doors like that. What's the latest? How you feeling?
I'm good. I mean, it's exciting times right now. I mean, taking my first steps, being able to walk up the stairs on my own, not have to one-hop it up the stairs for the past 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's been nice just being able to have both feet working right now and being able to walk everywhere I go.
When you cross kind of that threshold on something like this, I don't know if mentally or whatever, are you on the fast? Do you feel like now you're on the fast track to getting back now that you're actually walking and putting weight on it and stuff?
I mean, I'd say I got the worst part over with.
Yeah.
We still got a bunch of mobility and just stuff like that to get into the ankle.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel really good where I'm at. I've been working really hard. I've been in rehab 5-6 days a week, and we're just getting after it in there each and every day.
I mean, I never thought I'd say that. At this point, you'd have been healed up quicker on an Achilles.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm
according
saying.
to Aaron
That's what I was
Rodgers,
telling,
right? Like, what was that?
That's what I was telling Miss Katie. I said I should have used that surgeon.
That used to be a career ender when I was like growing up. Now it's like, oh, hey, he's back in. Is that the wildest thing? Because even insane. For anybody right now, that's crazy.
Now they were saying something about like how Kevin Durant took 18 months and they're like the same age.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that was recent. That wasn't that long ago. Well, it's good that you're back and feeling good. It's been an eventful few weeks. I guess let's start with the kind of feel good part of the last few weeks and the job Jalen Henderson's done. It's not often. I say it's not often, but you actually did it last year. Third string quarterback at the start of the year. You were number 2, whatever it was. But the third quarterback you turned to, you were coming in as a highly decorated 5-star. People were kind of counting the days till you were starting for A&M. Jalen was different with his background. It was a feel-good story, I feel like, to watch the way he kind of handled stepping in that role. How happy were you for him these last few weeks, particularly that Mississippi State?
Oh, I mean, that was
Saturday
awesome.
Night.
That was awesome to watch. I was able to be on the sidelines that game and just be able to cheer him on the whole game. I mean, there was nothing like it. He puts in the work day in, day out. I mean, he doesn't say too much. He puts his nose down and grinds. I mean, even when I was still around and Max was playing, he was still in there asking questions.
Really?
Being engaged in meetings and being locked in with the playbook, just in case something like this happened, and he was ready to go when his time was called. And
with Max going in the portal, I think a lot of people's attention goes to the other quarterback on the roster that was a true freshman this season. What have been your early impressions of Marcel Reed?
I mean, he's a great guy to be around. He's a funny dude. I mean, he has a rocket for an arm.
Really?
I mean, he could throw that thing now. He's got one of the better arms I've seen. But just a really cool guy guy to be around. And like I said, he can throw that thing.
Okay. It's getting back to you now. It's been a wild few weeks. I guess just first take me through, just like anybody that's come through here, I'd ask him this, like the coach that recruited you. Then this is college football in 2023. A lot of college football players will go through this. What were your initial thoughts on that Sunday when word got out that A&M was changing coaches?
I was trying to make sure it was real because we all just wake up seeing it on
fake
Twitter.
Lucci Twitter.
Yeah, but they texted us saying we got a team meeting, and I come running down the stairs. I'm like, we got to go. Talking to my roommate, like, we got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a wild day. I mean, I didn't expect it, but it was crazy. I don't really got too much to say on that.
And so you wait and you wait to see what the hire is, and then when you hear it's a familiar name in Mike Elko, what were your first impressions there?
I mean, I was excited just because I've known Coach Elko for a while. I played baseball with Mikey, and he was with the team when I was being recruited here, and just a really cool, down to earth guy.
Yeah,
and just it's cool to see him back in Aggieland.
It seems like a lot of the guys, not a lot, almost every single one of the guys that played, from particularly the defensive guys, are really fired up. What does that mean to you as a veteran returning starter at QB when you're hearing that kind of response from those guys?
I mean, it's awesome. Like, we all want to be here. We all want to play together, and we all want to go do what we set out to do when we got here. And I feel like that's all still on the table for us, and we just all got to stick together as a team and go put the work in.
So with him, this is really interesting to me, and I can't imagine how interesting it is to you. With him being a defensive background coach, which frankly I love because it's been since R.C. Slocum, since A&M's had one. But what I love about it is there's just like an open template offensively. I'm interested and excited about that. 1 to 10, what's your level of like, I can't wait to see who he hires and where this goes offensively.
I mean, I'm at a 10. Like, as all of us offensive guys are. We're like, we're all waiting to see who it's going to be. And I mean, we trust him and making a good hire, and that's what he's preached to us since he's got here, that he's going to go get us a really good guy to put this offense in a really good position to succeed. And I think he'll do it.
Are you? We were talking about 1 to 10 or whatever, but just nothing against previous offense. But are you? Does the idea of, hey, we can start this thing from scratch and go with any of a million directions here, does that get you going, man, this could end up being a really good opportunity, right?
I mean, for sure. I mean, it's cool to be able to be a part of that.
Yeah.
To be able to be a part of the process from the ground up and building that, like the structure of the whole thing, and just being able to be the guy that starts it, like you said, and it's going to be a really cool experience for all of us.
And you're no longer a freshman. And I've known you since you were being recruited, and Ronnie's known you even longer than that. But you're sitting here growing up right before everybody's eyes. You're a veteran now. Does it feel good? Does it feel like good right now to know, like, hey, I'm kind of a central figure in all this? I mean, it's maybe another player I wouldn't ask that to, but you're the quarterback. Like, are you embracing that and saying, yeah, man, this is, I want to see where this goes because I'm kind of right in the heart and the center of this thing and what we're going to be able to do these next couple of years. I
mean, exactly, and to be able to be that guy to go and tell my teammates, like, this is what we're going to do and this is how we're going to do it, and to be able to keep these guys together so we can go put on a show next year, and we're ready to do that.
All right. Well, Conner, let's talk, because I know, like, these are all things these are like the questions. It's like, gosh, you don't want to talk about Jimbo or Elko or an imaginary OC. I'm glad you're doing it with us. I think people are really going to be interested in this interview and these answers. Let's talk, though, now about some current college football stuff, because I know you're watching. How do you see championship weekend playing out? Who do you think ends up in the playoff on Sunday?
That's a tough question.
Yeah, it's tough for the whole country right now, right?
I mean, you got Georgia. I think Georgia's going to pull out against Bama.
I do too.
I mean, that would be cool. I mean, Milroe, he's from back where I'm from, so it'd be cool to see him get a win, but I think Georgia's going to get it done. Georgia, then we got Michigan, Iowa. They can't score points.
Yeah. Did you see the video of the punter?
Oh yeah,
Michigan
that was awesome.
Burrow?
I watched their game last week. I didn't have anything to do on Friday, so I guess they played Nebraska. And, oh my god, man. It was like 13-10.
You might have become a worse quarterback watching that one.
Yeah,
I wish you wouldn't have watched
There's like
that.
8 straight punts, like 5 4-and-outs, 3-and-outs in a row. Like,
oof.
So we got what?
So we got Michigan and Georgia.
Michigan, Georgia. I don't know. The Washington-Oregon game is going to be good. That's today,
it's
right?
Tonight, yeah.
I got to go with Washington.
Okay.
They're going to be undefeated, and then Florida State.
You think they're going to pull it off?
Yes, sir.
So I know what I think about this. Do you think, let's say Texas wins, or if Bama beat Georgia and Georgia was, do you think Florida State should be punished? They're undefeated, but most people would think they have no chance if they go to the playoff with is it Rodemaker or Rodemaker?
Yeah, Rodemaker.
Do you think they should be held out where people go, no, that's not the team they are? Or do you think they deserve to be in?
That's pretty much up to the entire team.
Yeah.
I mean, just because their quarterback got hurt.
I think they should be in.
He went out and won last week, so I definitely think they should be in.
I think they should too. I think that would set a really bad.
Oh yeah, you can't do that.
Because what about the team that loses, like, let's say their best pass rusher? And you go, well, that pass rusher was like why he had 18 sacks, and that's why they're good on defense. And then you start opening the door.
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
To do that, yeah. So I'm in favor of it. I do think. I don't know if they're going to win.
No,
I think Louisville losing to Kentucky is going to be. So yeah, if Florida State. Okay, next question. Hopefully you're here in a year. Like not here. Don't panic, Aggies. I mean here, as in New York City this time next year.
That's the plan.
With your new OC, with and we can TexAgs, we can expense a nice trip to New York. Thanks to
there
you.
we go.
This year, who do you think wins the award? Who do you think should win the award Saturday night? Next Saturday.
I mean, that guy we played last week was different. Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's got it in the bag.
I do too.
I think he's got it in the bag.
You started against him last year. What is it about him that was so much better this season? I mean,
I'd say his receivers.
Yeah.
Those guys were different as well, and he had 3 of them just all going out there making plays. But, I mean, and for him to be able to use his feet when he needs to. I mean, he ran for 1,000 yards as well, which is crazy.
You're a guy that can run and pass. Like, is that just an evolution, or is that some dudes just like to just tuck it and run more than others? Because I feel like you're like in between. There's going to be games, I think, where you're going to threaten 100 yards, 80, 100 yards. And there's going to be games where I think you throw it 50 times. And, is it just a complete feel thing as you go?
I mean, just whatever the defense is doing, they dictate it off. If they're not having a quarterback spy, then, you take off more than usual. But, I mean, it just depends on what the defense is doing.
That 4th down scramble against us was
oh,
killer,
yeah, that was, yeah.
They took a big – it's crazy because they took a massive risk right there. I think if they don't get that, we go down and score and win that game.
And we got all the momentum there.
You can do that when you got that guy at quarterback. And he cashed it in. I'm with you. I think he should win the Heisman. I think Bo Nix probably 2nd and Penix 3. That would be my 1, 2, 3.
I'd say the same thing probably.
And next year, like I said, Wiggy, New York. We'll have to come up with some kind of slogan.
Yeah.
We'll see. But Conner,
it
it's great to see. You got any plans between now and finding out y'all's bowl destination?
Just chilling, relaxing. Hopefully go see the family for a little bit.
Has the injury allowed you to do any hunting lately?
A little bit. I tried to, but can't get around too well. But we're getting there.
You missed it yesterday. I had lunch with the Yeti guys. I should have called you.
Oh yeah.
Cut a little side NIL deal with them. That would have been cool. Good. All right, man. He's Conner Weigman. I'm Billy Lucci. This is TexAgs. We'll see you next time.
This interview is sponsored by the 12th Man Foundation. The 12th Man Foundation is the official source for Texas A&M athletics tickets.